Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ian is a Weirdo. Today I am going to put together a color chart for my mood blanket. I wanted to do this earlier in the month, but I figured what time to start, like January 1st. Seems appropriate, right? So I am going to make this blanket in a mosaic style. I found a stitch that I want to do. So basically it's alternating rows. It's 2-row repeat. So the first row you do black and you do back loop only. And then the next row you alternate between doing a back loop only single crochet and a drop down double crochet. So it creates this beautiful kind of rainfall effect. And I've seen it done really well with rainbow yarn, and it looks gorgeous. So it's like, that's really easy. I don't have to worry about weaving in my ends, which for a mood blanket, I just can't imagine weaving in my ends. So I have a mood rating scale. At first I was like, oh, I should do different emotions, stuff like that. But I decided that instead of doing something like that, I'd rather do something that was a little bit easier for me to do based on my years of therapy. And that is just rating your mood from 1 to 10 or 0 to 10. And so if I'm manic and I'm uncomfortable, it could be the same as if I'm uncomfortable and depressed. And, description and all of that can get into, really what, is driving that. And that's what therapy is all about. But for a mood blanket, that might be the best method for me because I've got so many emotions and I'm afraid that I might miss something or not be able to capture quite the emotion that I'm working with, but I can work with numbers and I can just be like, you know what, I'm feeling kind of like a 2 today. Just feeling like not that great. So I'm going to write the number. And then I'm going to write some words that might be used to describe this number. And then I'm going to write the yarn number or the yarn color beside it. And I'm also going to put a swatch of the yarn in one of these holes that I punched. And I punched it with just one of my clover hooks. This is watercolor paper, so it's a little bit thicker. It's a paper that I already drew on. That's not great, so we won't focus on that. We'll just focus on the pretty side. So I would say a 0. I'm feeling unsafe. Maybe I'm having some SI or SH, which is self harm or suicidal ideations. And I'm feeling hopeless. I feel like the obvious choice is to make this black, but because I'm doing black to differentiate between the colors, I think, well, I'll do colors later. Okay. Then 1, I'll do really upset. Maybe I'm crying. And I'll also put hopeless here. And I'm just putting these words to help when I am looking at this going, what am I feeling? I can pick a word and stick to it. Because sometimes there's not that much of a difference between a 0 and a 1. Sometimes you're 0.5 and you need a little bit of help I'm going to jump to 5, and I'm going to put baseline, and I'm going to put calm, and I'm going to put unworried. I don't know if I'll ever use this color, to be honest. I don't know if I'm ever like that. $10, I'm going to put elated, over the moon, and I'm just going to put perfect. Not that I'm feeling perfect, but that everything is perfect. Everything in my life is great, feeling awesome. 9, I'm going to feel great, minimal problems. Okay, now it's the in-between ones that are the hardest to do because you want them to kind of blend. And I'm not even talking about the colors. The colors, should they be random? Should they be in some kind of order? So it's like, oh, if you're more, sad, you're more blues and cool tones. And if you're more hyper, you're more warm tones. I don't know. I've never done anything like this before. So for 2, I'm going to put apathetic, upset, which I know are 2 kind of opposite-ish emotions. And I'm going to put anxious, or I'm going to put very anxious. Okay, it's because I started writing an O or an A, it looks like overly anxious. I hope to not be overly anxious anytime soon. So for 4, I'm going to put slightly sad, anxious, or angry. And then 3 is going to be right in between that. So it's going to be more upset. Panic and anxiety. Okay, so I've got 0 through 5 done, and we got 9 through 10, 9 and 10. So I'm going to do 6. So I'm going to say slightly happy for 6. Slightly happy. Maybe slightly anxious, because I do tend to get a little bit anxious when I start to go up, that I'm like maybe not feeling good. I'm feeling manic good. So sometimes those feelings can go hand in hand with me. So that's why it's just like a 6. Like it's like, okay, you're above baseline, you're feeling happier, but you're kind of questioning it. I'm going to put content and happy. For 7, I'm going to say feel good. For 8. Okay, wow, I really don't know if I'm going to ever use those colors. I know, I'm so depressing. I'm sorry. And I also have like a piece of like fuzz on my Henley that is not coming off. Oh, there we go. With a string. Okay, so let's pick colors. So I'm going to go all 4-weight yarn with this one. That's the one I have the biggest abundance of, the largest abundance of. I'm going to make this like a long lapgan. I think, so I'm going to, and I'm going to do a black border, I believe, around the edges so that I can start with the black and create a good foundation before I begin. So let's pick the colors that I want to use. Now, I don't want to use anything self-striping. I don't want to, even though like I have like so much self-striping yarn, it would be great, but I don't want to use any self-striping yarn. I don't want to use anything that's too fuzzy, I just want to kind of use value acrylic yarn for this because I feel like it'll show off the pattern the best and it'll give that mosaic pattern a really nice effect. So let's see. So let me just like pick some colors. Okay, so I've got this blue, which I really like, and I'm going to cut off a piece of that. And I feel like I should put it at and also this is supposed to like help correct my mood. So maybe I should switch the color scheme from being cool colors or sad and warm colors or happy to being like what would correct those moods to get me to a nice 5 or get me to a nice like pleasant state. So maybe I should do blue in yeah, I'm gonna do blue at 9. So I'm just gonna use my hook to try to get this yarn and this paper. Be very careful, it's still paper. And then maybe I didn't cut enough off. Oops. Okay, so I have the blue on there, just like that. And I'm going to write red heart, and this is the color turquoise. Okay, so happy with that choice. I'm gonna use, let's see. I've been making this flag and I don't have a lot of that blue, but I do have other blue, right? I have this nice blue right here. I have like a teal that would be nice too, but I don't want to like use colors that are too close together. So I'm going to use this dark blue, and Luckily, it's got a center pull already. I love you, Carol. And this is going to be my number 10. So I'm going to just put it through the paper like so. And you can do this with temperature, you can do this with mood, you can do it with moon cycles, you can do it however you want. But I just know that I'm not great at keeping track of my moods. So this would be a good technique for me to keep track of my moods a little bit better. Because I've been looking at journals and stuff, and I'm not good at keeping up with things daily. Okay, so this color is the color Midnight Blue. Okay, so I think I want to do a green next. And I have a really nice green that I'd like to select for this option. Actually, I'm going to pick 2 greens for the next 2. Well, I said I was going to pick 2 greens, but then I only found this one. So let me see if I can find it behind me. I swear I have like a army green. That would be really nice for this. This is not it, but this could be a potential green. It's a little close, but it's not too close. I have a sage green. That might be nice. I like that. It's very calming. Yeah, that's the color. Should I do that green or that green? I'll do the primary basics. Okay. So scissors. Scissors. Where are your scissors? Okay. I believe this color is called spring green, but I'm going to check before I put it on paper. I'm really trying not to write this paper. It would be so easy to do. Okay, so basics. Yes, this is spring green. I can't spell Premiere. Except I have with the I after E before C. All that. Bad. I'm excited about these color choices this far. Okay, so I'm going to take a trimming off of this color right here. And Okay. So, this is a nice, content, and happy color. And the color is succulent. Okay. So now that I've got these two greens, I'm going to switch over to purples. Now, I'm limited on purples, really. Actually, I'm really not. Now that I think about it, I have a bunch of purple Caron 1 pounds in there, but I just don't want to go get them right now. They're like right down here in my tote that I have, and I just don't want to get them. So that's okay. We'll make it work regardless. Okay, so I'm gonna use the Premier Basics purple. It's just the color purple. Not to be confused with the movie or the book. Okay. I know these colors don't really go in order, but I really don't give a shit. So we're just gonna make it feel right, and if the colors are crazy, then the colors are crazy, but that's whatever. I feel very different from one day to the next. Also, this is going to be kind of my average feeling throughout the day, or the prevailing feeling throughout the day. So, I mean, I might even switch up like mid-row. I don't know. So I want to switch to reds, and I'm going to use... sorry, I'm like trapped in my head. Oh gosh, I'll be done calling. Yarn avalanche. Yarn avalanche. No, that sounds like Blanche Devereaux. Okay, so next I'm gonna go with a kind of crimson red. I believe this is called claret. But of course, I'm gonna check. Thank you for sticking with me this long. I know this might not be the most exciting thing you've ever seen, but it's important for me to do, so just taking care of myself, people. Okay. So then I want to use a bright red, and I'm going to use the Mainstays. Wait, I didn't. Hold on a second. I'm behind. Okay, already stressed out. Already should put anxiety in there. Okay, so this is Premier. I'm going to spell it right this time. There we go. I know it's right here in front of me, but I just couldn't bring myself to look down. Purple, and then baseline is Caron 1 pound. And the color is claret. Called it. Okay, so then I'm going to use this bright red. So this is from the Mainstays collection. And I could have done this like dark to light or anything like that, but I really just wanted to get like the general color down. I don't really care, again, if it looks bad. It's just going to be a blanket for me, and a blanket to know, how I felt over the course of however long I decided to do this. I might not even make it a year. Pretty sure it's just called red, but it's called red. Okay. Okay. Put this back, and next I'm going to go oranges. Okay, so I'm going to do a pumpkin spice egg orange. So I'm going to do pound of love. And I'm going to find the end easily, because this looks like it's seen some shit, and yet I still don't know where the end is. I want to pull on a bunch of things. Sucks. Oh, there we go. Okay, see how negative I am? I told you guys. This is pound of love, and the color is pumpkin spice. Can you tell I've used this color a couple times? Okay. Then I'm going to use a brighter orange. So I want to use a brighter orange, but I'm not sure I have enough of it. So this is a red heart one, Super Saver. I don't know if they make this color anymore. I haven't seen it on any websites. And this is a color I will likely use very much. Because this is apathetic, upset, very anxious. I have more bright orange. I have bright yellow. I have a mustard yellow. Let's see if those are too close together. The most random whiff of cigarettes, and I was like, why would I mean, this yarn smells, but it doesn't want cigarettes. What is that? Is my yarn stinking on here? That stinky yarn. Life is so hard. God. Okay, so the two yellows are pretty distinct, I think. So I think maybe we can skip orange because we already have one orange, and we can do two yellows. So I'm gonna use this stinky ass fucking yellow. And like I use this yarn literally for this ice cream cone, and it didn't. This doesn't smell. The rest of my yarn doesn't smell. Why do you smell? Why are you so smelly? Do I need to quarantine you for smelling? Oh, and like the fibers are like getting in my nose and like already congested. Life is hard. Okay, I'm good. Okay, so this is Pound of Love. And the color name, is it like mustard or something? Maize. Like corn, maize. Okay, and then I'm gonna put you over here in timeout. Stinky ass yarn. Okay, so the next is this bright yellow that I have. It's literally called Bright Yellow. It's Red Heart Super Saver. I know they have it at Walmart. If for whatever reason I run out, they have more. Hopefully I won't be feeling this low, but it's a lot more likely than the upper end, to be honest. And then I'm gonna do white Caron 1 pound. For 0. So I don't need to swatch white. I know what white looks like. But should I just for shiggles? I've been having a lot of trouble with this particular white Caron 1 pound, so that's why I'm like, should I even bother? I don't feel like I should. I don't feel like it's necessary. Okay, so this is the end result. So the hope is to experience more cool tones throughout the year. These are feelings of positivity and things going well and just being content and happy with life. Maybe I'm a little bit anxious at some points, but overall I'm happy, had a good day, that kind of thing. The warmer colors, the reds and the oranges and the yellows and the white are all colors that signify that maybe I didn't have the best day, and that's just how the day went. But the goal is to track our moods, see how we're doing, obviously take care of ourselves if we're at a really low number, and yeah, hopefully this will be a fun project, and join me with your own version of a mood. Sorry, I write like diagonally. Join me with your own mood or temperature blanket if you desire. It would be really fun to see everyone's progress as they make their own. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.